Gaël Monfils was born on September 1, 1986 in Paris, France, to a family with strong athletic roots. His father, Rufin Monfils, was an international soccer player from the Caribbean island of Guadeloupe, and his mother, Sylvette, was a former French tennis player. Growing up in a sporty family, Gaël showed a natural inclination for sports from an early age. He was introduced to tennis at the age of 4, and by the time he was 6, Monfils was already attending tennis lessons at a local club. His early years were marked by his quick reflexes and remarkable physicality, which would later define his style on the professional tour. Monfils' family played a key role in his development as a player, providing the necessary support for him to pursue a tennis career. He joined the prestigious French Tennis Academy, the National Tennis Center in Paris, where he received formal coaching and was trained alongside some of the best talents in French tennis. Gaël's natural athleticism and sheer energy were evident early on, and it was clear that he had the potential to become a top-level player. Turning professional and early years on the ATP Tour, 2004-2007, Monfils turned professional in 2004 at the age of 17. His entry into the ATP Tour was a swift one, as he quickly made an impression with his high-energy play style and thrilling court presence. In his first full year on the ATP Tour, he gained attention for his remarkable movement, athleticism, and ability to recover balls that seemed impossible to reach. By 2005, Monfils had already risen to prominence in the tennis world, entering the top 50 in the ATP rankings and making significant strides in major tournaments. In 2005, Monfils reached his first ATP final in Sopot, Poland, and his breakthrough came shortly thereafter when he qualified for the 2005 French Open, reaching the third round. The French public quickly warmed to his explosive playing style, which was a mix of extraordinary defensive capabilities and aggressive counterpunching. He became known for his leaping forehands, incredible agility, and an uncanny ability to chase down seemingly impossible shots. However, Monfils also had a reputation for inconsistency and lacked the mental toughness that would help him break through at the top levels. Despite some early growing pains, Monfils made a rapid ascent through the ATP ranks, finishing 2006 with his first top 20 ranking and solidifying himself as one of the most exciting young players on the tour. His game was built on speed, agility, and a fearless approach, which made him a difficult opponent for anyone, particularly in fast-paced, high-intensity matches. Career peak. Entering the top 10 in major milestones, 2008-2016. Monfils' career truly peaked in the late 2000s and early 2010s as he entered the ATP top 10 and became a regular fixture at the business end of major tournaments. In 2008, he reached his first Grand Slam semi-final at the French Open, narrowly losing to Roger Federer in a thrilling match. This performance marked a significant turning point in his career, as Monfils showed that he was capable of competing at the highest level and contending for major titles. In 2010, Monfils solidified his place among the tennis elite by reaching a career-high ATP singles ranking of world number 7. This was a result of his consistent performances at the Grand Slam level and his ability to make deep runs in ATP Masters 1000 events. He reached the semi-finals of the 2010 US Open, proving that he could perform on the hard courts as well as his home turf on clay. One of Monfils' most memorable achievements came at the 2011 US Open, where he reached the semi-finals and played a remarkable match against Novak Djokovic. Monfils was known for his dramatic, athletic displays of tennis, often using his trademark acrobatic shots to excite the crowd. He also made a significant run to the finals of the 2016 US Open, where he battled hard before ultimately falling to Djokovic. But his resilience and determination were clearly evident. Throughout these years, Monfils was also successful at the ATP 500 and Masters 1000 level, winning several titles and consistently challenging the best players in the world. His ability to engage in long, physical rallies, combined with his unpredictable style of play, made him a fan favorite and a player capable of beating anyone on a good day. Main achievements and rivalries, 2008-2020. Monfils' career achievements, while not as decorated as some of his contemporaries, were notable in their own right. He reached 10 ATP singles finals, with titles including the 2009 Tokyo and 2010 Stockholm Open. He also managed to defeat top-ranked players such as Federer, Djokovic, and Nadal in his prime, showcasing his ability to compete with the best, even if he did not win a Grand Slam title during his peak years. One of Monfils' major rivalries during his career was with fellow French player Richard Gasquet. Their matches were a microcosm of the high-paced, thrilling style of tennis that Monfils was known for. Gasquet and Monfils played many memorable matches, often with contrasting styles. Gasquet with his elegant, one-handed backhand, and Monfils with his more unconventional, athletically driven approach. Although Monfils did not win a Grand Slam title, his efforts on the ATP Tour helped elevate the profile of French tennis during the 2010s. Monfils' personality and style, as well as his showmanship on the court, made him one of the most popular players in the sport, especially in his home country. He earned a reputation as one of the most entertaining players on the tour, known for his dynamic and acrobatic shot-making. However, he struggled with injury issues throughout his career, including knee and wrist problems, which limited his ability to maintain a consistent run of form in the latter years of his career. Despite these setbacks, Monfils' resilience was evident, and he continued to reach important milestones well into his 30s. In 2016, Monfils finished the season at World No. 6, his highest ever year-end ranking, and he continued to perform well at Masters 1000 events and Grand Slams, making several deep runs, particularly at the US Open, where he was a constant threat. Final years and transitioning to the later stages of career, 2021 present. As Monfils entered the latter stages of his career, he faced the realities of aging and injuries. By the 2020s, his ranking began to drop. But he remained an iconic figure in tennis. Beloved for his athleticism, entertaining style, and fierce determination. In 2020, Monfils had some impressive results despite his declining ranking, including winning the 2020 ATP title in Doha, one of his last major victories. The global COVID-19 pandemic significantly impacted his career as it did with many other athletes. And Monfils was forced to take extended breaks from competition. Nevertheless, he remained a fan favorite and continued to inspire the next generation of tennis players with his enthusiasm and his ability to perform at a high level despite physical limitations. His most recent matches have highlighted his competitive spirit and his passion for the game, with Monfils still pushing himself to make a mark in the sport, even though his career is far from the peak he reached in his youth. Monfils also became more vocal about his transition into the latter stages of his career, emphasizing the importance of enjoying the game and making the most of his experiences on tour. While his performance in 2021 and beyond showed signs of slowing down, Monfils' contribution to the sport of tennis was undeniable, with his thrilling style and entertaining personality leaving a lasting legacy on the ATP Tour. Legacy, a unique and unforgettable tennis career. Gaël Monfils may not have won a Grand Slam title, but his place in tennis history is secure as one of the sport's most unique and exciting athletes. His blend of athleticism, flair, and showmanship made him a fan favorite across the globe, and his ability to produce jaw-dropping moments on the court will be remembered for years to come. Monfils' career was defined not only by his spectacular shot-making but also by his love for the game, his passion, and his commitment to making tennis fun for fans and players alike. While he may never have claimed a Grand Slam title, Gaël Monfils' influence on the sport of tennis transcends the traditional metrics of success. His dynamic playstyle, determination, and love for competition have earned him the respect of his peers and the admiration of fans worldwide. As one of the most entertaining and charismatic players of his generation, Monfils will always be remembered as a true ambassador for the sport.